Hi, my tubies. It's me, Sheila Truelove, and the first thing actually I want to say here tonight is it's Friday. What are you doing tonight? I hope you're not sitting at home, sitting around sulking over your narcissist or whatever. Because guess what? They're not sitting at home sulking over you. You know what I'm doing tonight? I'm going out dancing. My roommate called me up. She's still at work or getting her hair. She said she got a new hairdo. And there's no way in the world that a woman's going to get a new hairdo and stay inside the house. That's like almost being a communist. You know what I'm saying? You get a new hairdo and you stay in the house. What are you, a commie? You're being reported. So anyway, I said, hell yeah. I got to do some YouTube videos. I'll see you when you get home from work or hairdos. She wants to go out dancing. She don't want to do nothing else. She don't want to do movies. She don't want to do bowling. She doesn't want to do kayaking. She doesn't want to do any. She wants to dance and sweat out the new hairdo. I say, what the hell? Hey, I got a cute little dude too, honey. We could all go out here and sweat out our dudes. So what are you doing tonight? What do I want you to do tonight? I want you to get on that phone. I want you to call your friends, and if you don't have any friends or family, because God knows finding decent quality people is hard to find, I want you to get out your iPhone or your Android, and I want you to download the app Meetup, and then I want you to find what you're interested in, scroll and look at all the things, and there's something being done tonight on a Friday night. Yeah, what's today's date? Yeah, the 30th. Get your butt out and get out there. You'll be surprised who you're going to meet. Tonight we're going to talk about, this is Derek Jackson. I know you guys know him. He's amazing. Oh, man, excites me. This is what I want. This is who I deserve. Anyway, I want to tell you about the books that he has. He have 5 books that he wrote. The first book is I Still Want It. That's poems. I don't have that one because I'm into rhymes. If it don't rhyme, I'm so not into it. Single Mothers Are for Grown Men Only. I have that one. I Still Deserve It. I have that one. I've Come So Far. God knows I have that one. And I got this one. A Cheating Man's Heart. What girl ain't gonna want that one? That's a damn good one. He got A Cheating Man's Heart too also. And I recommend it. Today we're going to talk about this is what narcissists do to stock up on their supply. Derek is going to fill us in on what's up. We're going to listen to a woman just because a man helped her out when she had cancer. You know what I'm saying? No, she didn't have nobody else helping her, but this one particular man was giving her all this help, all this love bombing all over the place. Derek is going to help you to understand. And I'll be giving comments. I have some comments also here from other people, yeah, we'll be discussing this. This is He Said, She Said. You know how we do. You already know. Let's listen up.
I had to look at the bigger picture.
Let's take a look. Wait, let me start.
I met a gentleman. I was getting ready for a biopsy to determine whether I had cancer or not in my breast. I met this man, and this man came into my life just as I was getting ready to have my biopsy. He went to every doctor visit with me. He was there for me. I ended up having breast cancer and having both my breasts removed. He was there in the hospital with me. He washed.
We know that good old love bombing, right? He washed me up. He was there for me. He was, every time something was going wrong, he was so there for me. Watch how Derek Jackson is going to educate us women. Check this out. He's going to school us about these narcissists. I love Derek Jackson. And by the way, you know about networking? If you meet a guy, well, I know you're not going to pass him on to me because you're going to keep him for yourself. But anyway, and I don't blame you. If you meet a guy like that, oh, how old am I? I'm middle-aged. Let's put it that way. Normally when people ask me my age, I usually say, I don't know. I forget, because I stopped counting after the age of 30. I'm old enough to buy alcohol. I always say I'm middle-aged. You know what middle age is? That's between 45 and 65. Which one do you think I am? There you go.
My butt in the hospital. He paid my bills. He waited on me hand and foot. I later found out that there were other women. And yes, I was hurt, and yes, I was devastated. I wanted him to be truthful with me. He wasn't. And so I had a choice to make. Do I say, oh, I'm so angry with you and walk out? Or do I stay I had to look at the bigger picture. There was no other person in my life that would have did the things that he did for me. No man came forward. No other man in my life came forward. He stepped up to the plate. And so, yes, I was devastated about the other women. Yes, I was hurt. But to go through what I went through and for us to go through that together, he was my rock. And I stayed. I was angry at first, and I did stop talking to him for a while. And we started, our relationship, back up. And I was able to accept him for who he is. I can't say why men don't tell the truth. Whatever their reason, you have to ask. Men would have to respond to this. But I was not settling. Society has told us that if we are with a man and he has other women, that we're settling. This man treated me like a queen. This man, when he was with me, he was with me.
Yeah, like Derek Jackson is going to explain to you. This man, she says, treated me like a queen. No, actually, this man had an agenda. Let's listen up.
I had no reason to believe that there were other women. And when we talked about it, I said, how is it that you have other women? I said, what I heard is that you treat all the women good. And so I had to ask myself, how can you be angry with someone that treats everyone good? He treats me good. I can't worry about what he's doing with somebody else. I can only worry and protect myself.
You know what? Every time I hear her say that, that just makes me almost break down in tears. I can't worry about how he treats other women good. I can't worry about other women that he may have on the side as long as he treats me good. You know who said those very words? My sister-in-law, Cynthia. Guess where she's at? She's dead. Guess why? She died from AIDS. Because my brother infected her. And I remember my brother was he was he was a cheat. One prostitute after another, picking up women from off the street, filthy, piggish women. And if you saw Cynthia, you'd be shocked, man. Cynthia made Beyonce look like a boy, okay? Beyonce looked like a boy compared to Cynthia. And he still cheated out there with those prostitutes. And with all that cheating, and guess what? He was a ministerial servant in a religious or a ministerial servant. How about that? End up giving her AIDS. She died before he did. He died like maybe 6 or 7 months after her. Okay? Why? Because she used to say certain things to me, and she used to say, well, I don't care what he's doing out there. As long as he treats me right, as long as he's treating me right, I don't care what he does out there. A man's going to do what a man's going to do. No, a grown boy is going to do what a grown boy is going to do. And of course, you know me, we have these debates going back and forth. Guess who's still alive here? Guess who's dead? Died of AIDS. The female who was so, as long as he treats me right, I don't care what he does on the outside. Really? Are you serious?
So, I saw this video floating around on my timeline last night, and the original poster and the other commenters were all saying stuff like, oh, don't judge her, don't come for her, don't come down on her, don't look down on her. There's some women out here sleeping with married men and they know what they're doing, or there's some married guys who don't do this for their wives, and all this, that, and the other. And to say the least, I'm disappointed. Because you know what? It seems like these days, if you do anything other than enable somebody's bullshit, then you're seen as being judgmental. And I have no...
I had to stop it, honey. How many times have you had people say, no, I don't like her. She's too judgmental. All she does is judge people. But like Derek Jackson said, anytime you choose not to be an enabler for people's BS, I'm not going to enable what you have to say. And let me tell you something about me, Sheila Truelove. I don't judge people. I don't. You know why? Because I don't have a heaven. I don't have a hell that I could put you in. You can know when you judge somebody. You're judging someone is when you say they deserve to die. That's when you're judging someone. I will never judge people because we're all imperfect. We all sit up here struggling to try to get through this thing called life and trying to serve God and trying to get it right. We're all trying to get it right. We all just, is it true? Is that right? No, nobody has the right to judge anyone. At the same time, just because I don't enable your BS, And I'm going to speak on, what's up. No, you don't have the right to say that I'm judgmental. But let me, you know what? I'm going to stand back. I'm going to stand back and let the man handle the situation.
Interest in judging her or tearing her down, but I am going to call a spade a spade. Her situation, she is a prime example of why you do not date when you're broken, or when your life is broken or in shambles, or you're in your darkest hour or at your lowest point, because dating is supposed to be when you evaluate somebody for their readiness to be in a relationship with you. And if you allow people to do these things for you in your desperate time of need, then you may confuse that as qualifications for them to be in your life and for them being deserving of loving you, and then rush to the conclusion that they're ready to have your heart. And if you let a man into your heart before it's his time, he may bring in things with him that would otherwise be deal breakers for you. But by the time those deal breakers surface, you won't even have the strength to walk away. You'll be just like her, so mind screwed that you start using rhetoric just to make sense of it. Like whenever she said, I found out there were other women. That's rhetoric for, I found out that he was cheating on me while I was sick, while I was battling for my life, while I was getting limbs cut off. Or when she said, I decided to accept him for who he is.
How that sound? You already know how that sounds to Derek Jackson. And not only Derek Jackson, but there's a lot of other good men who understand that that's a bunch of BS that this man have put this woman through. You sit up there getting limbs cut off and all your life is on the line. He's supposed to be your man. He's out there cheating with this bro. Come on already. Well, what, have we taken a leave of our senses? I know me and my tubies, my empaths. Come on. We're smarter than that. We're stronger than that. And we're on God's team, Jesus Christ's team. And we're going to hang with Derek Jackson for a minute. Just for a minute, because this guy knows what's up. I'm going to put his picture. Come on. Really?
More rhetoric. For I decided to tolerate him for who he is because he had made it clear that if it came down to him changing for the better or losing me, he's going to choose losing me. Or when she said, I don't know why men don't tell the truth, aka all men lie, which is more rhetoric for, you know what? I'm going to be okay with him lying and building our entire foundation of our relationship on dishonesty and taking away from me the ability to decide whether or not I'm okay with other women being in the picture or being a...
This is another reason why, like he said, she just accepts all this rhetoric that all men like. Let me tell you something, honey, and I'm speaking from experience, and I got to keep it real with you. You remember that picture? If you look at all my videos here, you see me in a picture with this guy. His name is Gregory. That's one of the things I loved about him. He did a lot of effed up things. But the one thing that man didn't do was he didn't lie to me. And as long as you have a man who, okay, he admit that he done messed up here and messed up there, he done did this wrong and blah, if you will, but he never lied. He never lied. That's why even after we was over and I was remarried, I brought Gregory right up here to where I am. I would never ever lose Gregory as my friend. We weren't good when it came to, he was my fiance. We weren't good when it came to being, how you say, lovers or a relationship. We damn sure would be good for being friends. Because that guy, he was honest with me. He was open. He was amazing. He did some really not so good things. He cheated on me. That's why I did the engagement. But he was a good provider. He wasn't cheap. He wasn't stingy. But one thing you don't do when it comes to me, don't you ever, ever, ever lay it with somebody else. Don't you ever whip out your private parts with somebody else, because there's certain things you just can't come back from when it comes to me and decent women who have healthy, high self-esteem and standards. Don't you ever cheat on me and let me find out about it. Not acceptable. You're done.
Side chick or sister wife or sister girlfriend. But what really got me about her video is when she said the whole, he treats me like a queen. Like a queen. Let me say this to any woman that's in a difficult time in her life, because that doesn't make you a bad person and wanting help and all that other stuff. But you have to put it in proper perspective. Sometimes a guy will come in and he'll swoop in and be your little savior because he's trying to manifest dependency from you on him. He's trying to gain control and power over your decision making later on down the road when it's time for him to try to have his cake and eat it too. It's the same thing that pimps do to get their prostitutes. They find some.
Did you hear what he said? That's the same thing that pimps do to get their prostitutes. It's all a setup. It's like chess. Chess is what? Chess is all about strategy. You plan your moves. These pimps or whatever, it's a setup. These pimps, they sit up there. You notice when you ever see these movies or whatever the hell. My brother used to be a pimp, royalty. He's dead, by the way. And I saw how he worked that game. He come up there, he treat the women right. He sees that they come up off the bus. They're new in New York City. He comes there, he takes care of her, brings her home, gives her food, takes care of her, buy her the best of clothes, and blah, blah, blah. And after a while, he flipped it. Narcissistic. Was my brother a narcissist? Hell yeah. I have 5 brothers. I'm the only girl. And every single brother that I have, except for one, let me think. Yeah, that was a freaking pimp. Pimp. The other one was into prostitutes and picking up whatever the hell he could get out of crack houses and off the street. He liked thoughts. Let's see now. The other one was, he cheated on his wife every chance he got. By the way, all 4 of them are dead. I only have one brother that's left. See when I say that God don't like ugly? And they all died before they were 60. They all died before they were 60. So you people, my empaths who think that, it never's going to catch up to them. They're going to get away with it forever. No, they don't. And I sat there and I saw my brothers die. Years. It took pain and stuff. Some people God let off the hook quick. He let them die quick. And then some people, God stretches it out. Now, God, I'm not going to say God. I don't associate that with God. But God permits. He permits certain things. Some people he didn't permit them to die easy, because that's like, why do that? Why let them suffer? Let's get rid of them real quick. But there's some people who they have to suffer. And those 4 brothers of mine who sat up there and they was pimping women, never faithful to their wives. They sat up there and thought that slinging peanuts all over the place. Really? You thought you could sit there and degrade women? Check this, is the funny part. They actually thought they was going to get away with it. Let's go back to Derek. Oh my God.
Only girl that needs somebody, and they say, hey, you need protection? You need money? Well, I can provide both of those things. And later on, what do you see? Her judgment gets cloudy whenever he's putting his hands on her, when he has her doing illegal things like trafficking drugs and whatnot. It's the same mind fuck. It's the same thing. And I already know somebody gonna say, well, at least she's happy. At least she's happy. Well, guess what, man? What she's doing is not healthy. It's just like drug addicts are happy when they're high, but we all know doing drugs ain't healthy. And we also know that.
Is that a good... well, that's a good analogy. Well, at least she's happy. She's happy. Yeah, drug addicts using drugs, they're happy when they're doing it. But is that healthy? Just because you're happy at the moment, and you know how drugs work, that happiness don't last for too long. And you may be happy, but is it healthy? And I assure you, darling, after they finish with the drug usage, let's go.
Every high has to end eventually, and that every time these lives come crashing down. Drug addicts, drug users, they come crashing down. The same thing is going to happen with this woman. She already done convinced herself that this guy treated her so well that he deserves to have several of her. And in return, she only is good enough for a portion of him. Now you tell me, how healthy is that level of self-esteem? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I'll let y'all later.
There you go, honey. There you have it. That's Derek Jackson. Like I said, let me read some. You know what? After I listened to him, the thing that I wrote down a couple of notes, and what I want to share with you is that, ladies, you have got to understand that there are still some great, listen to him, there's still some great men in the world. Don't this guy prove it? And I wish the guy's in his 30s. Let me look at him. He's like at least 36. 35, 36, 37, no tops, 37. Okay? There's great men in this world, like Derek Jackson, who you just heard. There's Matthew Hussey. Check out his channel. Robert Blakes, Trent Shelton, Chaz Ellis, etc., etc., etc. So don't buy into this garbage when these men are sitting up here talking about where all men cheat. It's a man thing. You know, a man is going to be a man. Boys will be boys. You know, these are boys too. No, these are not boys, honey. These are men. Okay? So you keep hope alive. All men are not swines, and all men are not filthy maggots. There are still a lot of men out there. Guess what? They have decent morals, and they have decent values. So what you do is you go to your Heavenly Father. Don't go chasing after no man. Don't do it, because that's not good. Don't say, I'm going to go out there and I got to find me a man. Don't find nothing. You sit there and write yourself some books. You stay on your job. God will send whatever's right for you. And I got to, please, remember, you're the female. Dogs chase the cats. You ever seen that? Dogs chase cats. When have you ever seen a cat chasing a dog? You ain't never seen that. God knows I haven't. If you have, can you take a video camera of it? A picture? You know how we do videos and post it? A cat chasing a dog. That's no. You have women of today that sit out here chasing after these men, texting them, sending them booty tip jobs and all of this crazy. Hell no. Why you think I got these clowns sit up here chasing after me? Yeah, you know why? Because they would sit up there thinking that I was going to be texting them, I was going to be calling them, I was going to be this. They sat up there and played this game. Well, I'm not going to call her. I'm not going to do this with her. They would sit up there thinking, waiting on me to call. That so didn't happen. What happened? They pop up at my job. They pop up at my house. They end up calling me and texting me. Just wait it out, sweetheart. A dog is supposed to chase a cat. Okay? And anytime he's not chasing after you, it's because he really don't want you. We all want to be valued. Let him value you. Let him chase you. The thrill of the hunt. A man is a hunter. They like the thrill of the hunt. What you do is make sure that you carry yourself well when you're out in public. You got your hair sitting real nice and your nails looking all clean and decent. God, I'm getting my nails done, by the way. And I need my feet like scrubbed or something. You know, but I mean, you know what's up. Anyway. You make sure your hair is tight. You take pride in your skin looking great. Your feet look good. And you dress decently. You can be sexy. There's sexy and then there's slazy. You sit up here wearing these things. You see, I got this here. This is a V-neck. I could show cleavage, right? Look. This is sexy. Look, sexy. Oh, wait. Let's not show too much now. They ain't paying nothing. And you ain't paying. I ain't giving out nothing for free. Now, come on now. Now, come on. Now, that's cleavage, a little cleavage to let him sit up. But when you're showing so much more than this, everything is showing except for your nipples. Sleazy. You're wearing pants too tight where you can see the camel toe. Sleazy. You're walking around with a dress. I wear dresses too. You know, and I wear them where they look cute and sexy and all of that. But your butt is jumping up and down. Everybody can see you have no panties on under it. That's sleazy, sweetie. You can wear strap that down. Come on now. You're trying to pick. What do you want? What do you want? You want hood rat? You want quality? You want decent, a good man, or you want the gutter? Flapping all over the place, this hanging out all over the place. That's gutter. We don't want gutter, okay? Watch how you dress and make sure that you carry yourself like a lady. A lady is a queen. We are queens. Hell yeah, we are queens. Make sure you dress appropriately, and that's the way it is. Let him be attracted to, like Michael said, the guy that I told you that I'm dealing with right now. Actually, I got rid of the other character. Whatever. Look at the videos. You'll see what's up. You know what he was attracted to when it came to me? He said he was attracted to me. He used to look at me, you know, when I'm going to work or whatever the hell. I didn't know that. This man sent flowers to my job for a whole week until I agreed to have lunch with him. How many men do you know that do that? My ex-husband never even did that. He sent flowers a week. I can't say a week because a week is 7 days. But 5 days. 5 days until I agreed to have lunch with him. Okay? So what was the big attraction? What was the big attraction? Was it my tits? Was it my butt? Was it when I was showing a camel toe? Was I just sleep? No. He said he used to watch the way because I have bus buddies and I have people that I talk to on a regular basis. I like networking because I'm trying to promote my book. And it's not even that because I'm a Christian. And I'm also a life coach. And I like to build people up. I'd rather build you up than tear you down. This world is depressing out here, man. It's hard to find people who are inspirational. And I try to inspire people. So anyway, he said he looked at me and he admired the way that I carried myself. He admired the way that I interacted with other people. That's what he said. He said I look like a woman who was very sophisticated. So of course I I had to go look up what is sophisticated. Sophisticated is someone who is classy. Someone who's classy, someone who is whatever. I don't see myself as classy. I don't even see myself as sophisticated. I see myself as just being Sheila Truelove, man. It is what it is. So let's read some of the comments here after this is what narcissists do to stock up on their supply. This person here said, ladies, it's crazy how women can be this delusional. She said that she isn't settling, but she described, well, what she described 100% is settling. This woman, as you said, he was good to me. I had breast cancer. He paid for this. He did all of this. He did the love bombing. He did the pimp move. He was setting her up. You don't like that he's with other women because she didn't know that he was just paying all of that. Remember, that was supposed to be her man. Her man. Her one and only. Her man. You know, we in a committed relationship. That means all women are done. You're done with that. You make male friends now. Okay? Anyway, she found out that he had other women, but she was still willing to settle for that because he was there for you during a difficult time. This woman said, I'm shaking my head. And the other person said, I think black women are used to very little genuine love and support, especially when we get sick, that things like this often happen. It sounds like she met herself a narcissistic opportunist. Hopefully, she will get rid of him before it costs her years of pain. God knows we can relate to that one, can't we? I did 11 years, honey. How many years you did? And then she says, he makes sure he treats you good so that he can become dependent, so that you can become dependent like this woman that you see here. That's a man who is a coward and afraid to be alone. So he lines up several women all at once. Guess what? It's all an act. Once he get tired, he will drop to part-time, go to maybe 3 at a time, then 2. But guess who he's going to end up with? None of them. Not one. Because his brand of BS will run out of steam and they will either get STDs or broken hearts because they never had all of him. Just the parts of him he was showing them. Hold on. There's so many more comments here. This a woman here says, he's a narcissist, she says. He love bombed her by being there in her time of need. She is settling because she's holding on to how he was there for her in the beginning and how he makes her feel. She is in denial and will continue making excuses for his unacceptable behavior. You know, you and I both know that's unacceptable. You're in a relationship with me, sweetheart. You're married to me. You're committed to me. And I mean, come on. Are you crazy? We could all pass STDs all back and forth and all of this. You know, sex is sacred. My body is sacred. There's no price you can put on that. I don't care how many dinners you've taken me to. I don't care how many concerts, how many vacations, how many... honey, there is no price for me. Are you serious? Really? I know women who feel like they're obligated because he took me traveling. He took me... So I got to... No, yeah, what? You know what? I'll take him on a vacation next time. Next time you took me out to dinner, I'll take you out to dinner the next time around. My body, that's off limits, son. What are you, stupid? You're out of your freaking mind. There's not enough money on the planet that you could pay to sit up there and your penis up in my body and you all in my, really? I lose it here. I lose it. You're crazy, man. You know what? And if I have cancer and this guy looked out for me, are we going to be appreciative of that? Of course we are. Of course we are. So what are we going to do? We're going to reciprocate. Because the Bible says treat people the way you want to be treated. If he ever gets cancer, I damn sure got his back. Trust and believe. If he ever gets sick or he needs his laundry done and he needs somebody to come and cook because he's out of it, he got the flu, he got the fever, he can't do much of nothing, I'm on it. But when it comes to sharing my body, honey, there's not enough money on this planet. But that's when a woman knows that her body is worth something. I know what I'm working with here. What you working with? That's what women got to ask. What you working with? You can give it away so freely. Anything that you could give away so freely is cheap. It ain't worth much. And you're worth a lot. You know, in the world you're supposed to be having sex with no clown because he bought me dinner, he took me on vacation. Really? I tell you what, next year, what, 2017, you took me on vacation? Honey, I had the time of my life. Thank you. Thank you. Guess what? Next year, I'm taking you on vacation. Yup, I'm the one paying for it. That's how we do that. But touching my body and you, oh, quick, child, please. No, that's not going to happen. Not with this girl. I don't know my word, honey. And my body is sacred. Sex is sacred. Sex is spiritual. That's when a man and woman become one. You know what I'm saying? Connected to my vagina is my heart. Is my soul. Is my spirit. And when I decide to share that with you, you should be freaking grateful. You should be thanking the gods. Believe that. That's when if somebody cheat on me, I'm done with you. I'm done. Sheila True Love, let me calm down here. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. I do need to get out on that dance floor. I told you I'm going out dancing tonight, honey. I'm going to sweat like crazy. I'm going to flirt like you ain't never seen nobody flirt. And I'm going to, actually, you know, the best thing is like dancing is aerobics. You got to dance like for a whole freaking we're going to hang out. Hopefully, it should get me up out of there after 2 or 3 hours because I ain't trying to hang out here all that night. But anyway, I'm going to dance it out, baby. Yeah. Sheila True Love, I love you. And until next time, we'll talk again. Hold up, peeps. I don't know what the heck is going on here, but